has to qualify for the Olympics. They're in a very good spot to do so, but still no official ticket yet as we are ready to go. It's Italy in the white uniform taking on the United States in the navy blue, and we are underway. Good defensive stance there from Lavia. Here's Michieletto into the block, but played by DeFalco. Anderson blocked and covered. Second chance now for Matt. He gets dug, but there's a net violation against Simone Gianelli.
Yeah, we're going to take another look at it. Just, very small when he landed. I believe maybe he thought he was going out, because if the ball lands before, doesn't count.
So the Americans take the first point. Here's TJ DeFalco. Big serve goes over. Second chance for Italy. Romano gets dug down the line by Shoji. Back and forth here. Another good exchange. And that's one too many touches on the Italian side.
Yeah, a couple just unforced errors on the Italian side. You saw that over bump to start it. I mean, they kept recycling it, but here just can't quite cover it. They're not getting their arms over and pressing on the block. And again, one of the things Feifei said, we need better defense, and that starts with the block.
Block and defense, but also serve reception, one of the keys to the game, clearly. TJ takes a little off that one, goes at Michieletto. Good ball in, and Galassi scores his first point.
Here we go, establishing the middle early. Gianelli knows how important that is, so that you've got Holt committing to that middle. Maybe it's going to take a little while to release out, but yeah, getting the middle firing early is essential.
Gianluca Galassi is at Monza. It's jump serve. There's Anderson from the right side. He gets dug. Michieletto into the triple block is recycled. And then Daniele Lavia going out of the back row.
Great back row attack here. And I just want to mention that it is pouring rain in Ottawa today, and during the warm-ups, they actually had buckets out on parts of the court because there was so much dripping condensation coming. So I'm not sure if that's going to affect the match, but just something for folks at home who aren't aware of the weather to be aware of.
Galassi with 12 points in that loss last night to France, misses on his second serve.
This one's close. He was really trying to tag that back corner. Just misses.
Max Holt in his first serve now. Another deflection on the block. There's contact between Michieletto and Russo, and well, when Michieletto's 6'10" and he bumps into you, you're gonna hit the net.
Yeah, I was gonna say, well, Russo just kind of got too tight there. He had nowhere to go. He was put in between a rock and a hard space.
So it's 4-2 for the Americans. Early action in set number one. This pass from Lavia. Outside to Michieletto, and there's a touch on the block.
Yeah, calling for that touch right away. Now Michieletto, he's one of the players that Feifei just relies on. He has to stay high, elite, because if he drops his level, there's just other guys on Italy, you know, they can't raise it as much. He's one of their star players, so he demands a lot from him.
Here's another one that he demands a lot from, his setter and captain, Simone Gianelli. Great pass from the American side and a first ball side out. Keeps them in system.
Yeah, and that's the first time that we've seen Christensen go to the middle in this set for the United States, and it's Jeffrey Jendrick right out of the middle and really taking advantage of a moving blocker. Hits it nice down to one.
Overloading those right front blockers leads to the point, and now Matt Anderson to serve.
Ooh.
Balasso doing a nice job to dodge that one.
That was a matrix move, I'm gonna put it. He just kind of like caped himself down. I feel like he might be pretty good at doing the limbo.
And now it'll be Michieletto, his first time at the end line. The lefty goes down the line, pass by Anderson, gets it right back, but it's a backcourt violation called against Matt Anderson.
Yeah, and if we look at the replay, just watch Matt Anderson's foot. I don't think he got very much of the white line. I think it was just a little bit. They're not going to show it, but we're tied up, 5-5.
Can't touch the white line if you're a back row attacker. It doesn't matter if it's your whole foot or a little tiny bit.
I wanted to see the replay, though. I wanted to see how much it was.
So we're tied at 5s now. Violetto missing into the net. This is Aaron Russell, his first trip to the inline. Serving from area 6, goes straight away. Pass in, and Romano gets a chance. Kept alive. Christensen's gonna swing at it. Dug up though. Romano again. And he goes off the block, and the Americans are into the net.
This is that smart play that the Americans are aware of. When Italy's out of system, they're not going to be banging hard on balls. They're going to be making smart plays, and this is exactly what they did, out of system. A great shot by Romano.
Russo with 14 points against France last night. It's the serve in. TJ going cross court, missing it wide, and there's no touch on the block.
No. I was also talking to the assistant coach for USA, Matt, before the game, and he's talked about TJ DeFalco and his vision. You know, given he has that beach background, a lot of guys don't see the court so well, but you can see DeFalco each play, he's looking at what's open on the court. He saw 6 open, just missed it.
We'll get another chance here. Goes down the line this time and misses again. So back-to-back errors coming from the United States.
Yeah, and you can see John Spera looking at DeFalco saying, no, don't worry, stay at it, keep at it. Oh, just misses his fingers.
Russo on a little service run, goes with that hybrid. Christensen on the run. Here's his set over from DeFalco. And Romano gets stopped at the net. The Americans score a block point.
Great vision here from Jeffrey Jendrick, because this was a tricky play, a little razzle-dazzle, if you will, from Italy. You didn't know if it was going to be Micheletto that was going to hit it, and then Romano goes up, but it doesn't fool the blockers, and the Americans get it down.
So they pulled it within 1. But still find themselves down here. 7 serving 8. Jendrick gets Italy out of system. High ball to Romano against the triple block. And we're going to get a center line violation against Yuri Romano.
I'm going to say right now, there's been a lot of net touches, a lot of center line violations. It's just kind of a little messy, and the sets are too tight. I think the setters both, or maybe not the setters, but on those second ball contacts, let your hitter stay off the net. Give them an area to swing in.
Jendrick serving again. This time goes to Lavia. Gets it right back. Russell with the dig. DeFalco can just only free ball this one over. Advantage Italy. Let's see if they capitalize. Thrown down. Anderson's there.
Wow.
Great save from Christensen. And it's an overpass that TJ cleans up for the point.
Oh, wow. Okay, first of all, great party ball, but Christensen saving this ball, this is crazy. Watch him. I don't know how he actually was physically able to do that and keep it in bounds, but that was tremendous.
So a hard-fought point for the American side. Jendrick will serve again. And Galassi says enough is enough. Set me the ball and I'll score.
Yeah, perfect side out for Italy. Starts with a great pass right up to Simone Ginelli. And then Galassi, he has no block because Max Holt is way late on that.
Deadlocked at 9 for Romano. Big against the flow set from Christensen to Anderson, and he scores.
Yeah, Matt Anderson was second on USA with 12 points in their first game. I say second. I know there's other players who played week 1 who have a lot more kills, but this is the team we're seeing now, and he has good court vision. Sees he's got a lot of line there, goes deep down the line.
We got to talk about that set from Christensen as well, running against his momentum to go back, but then it's followed up by a massive block point by Holt and DeFalco.
Solid close here by Max Holt. He missed that point a couple points ago, but this one reads perfectly. Almost going to release, but closes it. Him and DeFalco, big wall, and some love there. Head taps.
That leads to an Italian timeout at 11-9 on the scoreboard.
Start the game with the problems in attack, ok?
Ragazzi, lo sapete che possiamo fare meglio perché 3-4 cose sono state regali nostri e siamo lì come situazione. Yuri, non chiudiamo i colpi perché la palla deve tornare anche in copertura come situazione. Vai ragazzi, adesso,
So you've seen USA, they've gone on a bit of a streak here. They're leading 11-9. A couple unforced errors from the Italians, but I'd also say the middle blockers for USA, whether that's Holt or Jendrick right now, they've started getting firing. They're going.
It's still very early in this opening set. I like the timeout being called when it was called. Kind of puts a pause in the play, try to mitigate some of this momentum that the United States has developed as we get back to it. Ellie with the standing set. Shoji gets the dig. Falco is blocked back by Galassi.
And speaking of middle blockers, here's Galassi showing his dominance in the middle. Huge block from the Italian.
And you can see the displeasure in DeFalco's face after that block as well. So Italy pulls to within one. 10 serving 11. Good ball in. This connection though to Holt. Still going. Anderson on the left side. Played up by Janelli. He gets a chance now. Good recycle from the setter. Tight set to Michieletto. Crazy rally here. Defense, efforts. DeFalco is stopped again.
Galassi has DeFalco's number right now. He blocked him just a set ago on the other side of the court. Great dig from Shoji there. Not a lot of blockers. And then Galassi, he's out on the opposite side as a middle blocker and puts him away. He's just reading DeFalco like a book.
Strong left hand that time by Gianluca Galassi, showing that he can block on the pin and in the middle. And Claire, just like that, we're tied at 11s. Good serve from Lavia. Gets Christensen off the net. Anderson is dug up, but it goes over. Another chance for Anderson down the line. Romano digs that off his leg. Third chance for the Americans. And it's a backcourt violation called against Aaron Russell this time.
So that's 2 so far for the Americans in this set. We saw one earlier from Matt Anderson, and I'm not sure if that's just some timing off from the Americans' part, if they need to adjust, or if the sets are just a little too tight. But great defense in that rally from Italy. Feifei is going to be happy about that.
Well, Italy, after giving up a run of points, gets them all back, putting the pressure right back on their opponents. Teams scoring in bunches. And the Italians back in front, 12-11. Max Holt gets it right back after he passes the trickler. He scores through the middle.
Yeah, Michieletto here. Watch him, number 5 on the outside. He's just a little late to close this block. He's reaching, almost gets his hand on it, but that's so tough because it's Christensen setting Max Holt up so quickly.
Two players that have a lot of experience on the court together, Holt and Christensen. Big serve from DeFalco goes over. Micah takes it, now Holt has to set. And Anderson goes aggressively off the block.
Great play by the Americans. It wasn't, I don't think, who they wanted to take any of the balls. I don't think Christensen wanted to take that first ball, but Holt steps in and sets Matt Anderson up with a beautiful hit for the opposite. Great shot.
Just like that, the Americans are back in the lead now, up by 1. Big serve from DeFalco goes at Michieletto. Jousted at the net. Russell out of system. Kept alive. Great defense from both sides. Russo's there. Lavia steps in the set. High ball to Michieletto against the triple block. And he goes high off the hands for the point.
Both teams showing incredible composure in this rally, okay? Michieletto finishes it off. He notices the high hands on that triple block, goes off of it. But some great defense, a great communication, because there's a lot of out-of-system balls. Both teams are finding a way to put pressure on the opposite team's defense.
I think you said it really well, Claire. Composure from both sides and some chaotic rallies, some weird calls going both directions, but working through it as we get back to action. Russell, one-on-one against Ginelli, and he'll score going down the line.
Yeah, nice confidence builder here for Russell. We haven't seen a ton of successful attacks on the outside for the United States. DeFalco got blocked a few times in this one. Russell's left one-on-one on the outside, and he chooses to go line.
Jendrick back into the front row for the Americans as Max Holt will serve. Goes hard across the court. Russo gets the set. Good deflection. DeFalco was there, and Jendrick on the counter-attack works.
So much control on this dig, right up to Christensen. That leaves all of his attack options open, and look at this. Jendrick is left almost with no block. As you see, Russo is already released out. He thinks it's going outside. Smart play. Great attack from Jendrick.
So it's a 2-point lead for the Americans, 15-13. Holt goes aggressive. Ginelli overhead, and Romano is stopped. Jendrick gets the block point with Russell.
Man, Jendrick's getting so much love from his teammates. He gets the kill the last rally, and this rally comes up so big with a monster block, and he's given the United States a 3-point lead. We're going to take another look at it. Look at this, pressing his arms over and absolutely denying Romano.
Jendrick played his professional club season last year in Italy against Romano all season long. Well, he got a few blocks there as well, but there's a second timeout called by Italy.
Allora, dici una cosa, Miriam, quando ti chiedono l'aiuto, tipo adesso siamo P6, P5 più 1, sei troppo spostato, stai più dritto che riusciamo a prenderlo come situazione, eh? Vai, andiamo ragazzi, animo!
Calm messaging from the coaching staff of Italy. It's something you continuously see from them, not high on emotions, no yelling, just good information coming in, chance to take a deep breath, and then a little let's go boys, get back to the work.
Yeah, Feifei, I think, just likes to slow the game down. He likes to make the other team try to get their rhythm disrupted.
Back to it. The Americans with a 3-point lead now. Good ball in, leads to a clean kill for Romano down the right side.
Yeah, nice response from Italy after just having a bit of a dip in this first set. A lot of line, and Romano, the lefty, look at that. And he somehow manages to kind of put it cross court past DeFalco. He doesn't go truly down the line, but that's how much space he had.
Kind of hits that 5-6 seam there to score, and now Ginelli. This is his serve. So the easiest of side-out set time for the Americans. Back to a 3-point lead. High toss from Anderson. A great pass from Michieletto. And Romano going sharp cross court for the winner.
Really, really great attack angle. And this shows Romano's athleticism off. He jumps so high, and that gives him attack angles, but he saw the court really well. This is a very impressive attack.
Certainly helps to be 6'9" and left-handed. Another lefty, Michieletto, goes hard at Shoji. Russell down the line is dug, but there's another net violation called against Italy.
Kind of sloppy. Again, both teams have had many net calls, and that's to me a focus issue. And if I'm the coach, I'm saying, you guys, we've done this 100 times, more than that, thousands of times. Get off the net.
Saw the elbow just clip the top cable there. from Roberto Russo. Another strong serve from the Americans, out of system. And Lavia throws it, actually sets it into the block and finds a way through.
Hey, whatever works. This one, he sees the triple block, and I actually think he was just like, okay, I want to take advantage of these hands on their way down. It manages to go over. In that case, I'm like, I think you almost want to keep your hands up. See if you can try to challenge.
16 serving 18 for Russo. That hybrid serve gets the Americans in trouble. That ball coming over goes outside the antenna, and that's not allowed.
Nope, has to go in the middle of both of those candy cane shaped things. And it was a really good attempt here by Matt Anderson, but just on the outside.
So the Italians cut into the lead, and the Americans take their first timeout.
Now they get one break, and that's it. That's the maximum they get.
That's right, that's right. Next rotation. Get up,
right there in front.
Yeah, we're doing a great job on scoring. Good spots, good side out here, get right back out.
Yes, sir, let's go side out.
1, 2, 3.
USA.
So Spra saying he's liking their side out game, liking their scoring, and he said that we only give them one chance to get back into it, and that's because at one point the United States has a 3-point lead. Now it's just a 1-point lead. I'm gonna say they've just let their intensity slide a little bit. And right now, this game, to be honest, doesn't feel that intense. The game before, I felt like there was another level. Right now, they're kind of like almost just feeling each other out, seeing what the other one's gonna give. And I'm expecting a lot more in the second set, or here we go as we get into the crucial parts of set one.
Strong server here for Italy with Russo, that unique hybrid. Jendrik is deflected. Here's Michieletto. Jump set and another break point for the Italians.
Love this razzle-dazzle. Italy is so good. They clearly practice this. We've seen this a few times. You don't know if he's gonna hit it or not, and then it's Michieletto that puts it down. And that has confused, in that case, the American blockers.
Russo on a service run, but it comes to an end with that miss. The American side will make some adjustments. Micah Ma'a will come in to serve for Jeff Jendrik. Ma'a, the backup setter out of UCLA. Goes with the jump serve this time. Galasso, good ball into Galassi, and Galassi hammers that one crossbody to area one.
Yeah, Galassi put it right on the numbers for Matt Anderson, and you can see just aimed right at him. Not intentionally, but he's crossing it back to one because that's a position he's gotten, and it's a nice deep shot. Really hard for a defender in that case because Galassi's known to have a sharp angle as well, so he's got to expect anything.
19 all now for Romano. Aggressive toss well into the court, just spins it in. And Max Holt through the middle. So the Americans going right through the middle again on that perfect pass.
Yeah, Max Holt, 9 points in that first game. He's adding to them here. He had a double block. The blocker was a little late.
A lot of action through the middle for both sides so far. Pass from Michieletto, goes for the tip. Diving save from Christensen. DeFalco through the block, and it drops in front of Romano.
This is that really chippy play. DeFalco has so many tools in his box. And in this case, goes high off hands. They've been blocked a few times. He was having, he's feeling out the blockers for Italy, figuring out what they're gonna give him. And this time just chips it off and perfect hit.
Back to a 2-point lead. Galassi steps into pass. He'll get it right back. And he scores again through the middle.
Galassi is having himself a game so far. He's gone left, he's gone right. This time he goes right up the middle.
The middle blocker leading all point scorers in this match right now with 6 points in this opening set. Here's Lavia now, 20 serving 21. Goes at Anderson, and it's a service ace.
And the ball ricochets and hits all the water bottles like a bowling pin. That was a strike, if you will. Huge serve.
Going line to line, one of the most difficult serves to pass. Let's see if he does it again this time. Tied at 21s. This time it's Russell, but it goes over. That's going to be called. No, it's going against the Americans, but let's see here. I didn't think Christensen touched this ball.
Watch the net, though. I believe there might have been a net touch, and it is from DeFalco. It's on the end. Things kind of got messy, and that's when you got to make sure you stay off the net. You can get squeezed in when the ball is so tight. Christensen, though, let's listen if we can hear.
You were above the height of the net, making a blocking. Sir, anyway, my friend, here we go. I listened to you. I did listen. I explained.
It cannot be a block if there's no attack. If I go above the net, I give you this.
Time out. Time out.
So Micah Christensen is arguing that the first touch by Janelli couldn't be a block touch during this American timeout. Let's just listen in to Coach Sparrow.
So let's make sure, even if we're in option 5 closed, the priority, know the priority there, okay? And we can do option this too if we needed to, okay? All right, everyone got that? Hey, let's get a sign out here and get right back. Come on, boys, 1, 2, 3.
So a funky play there in the moment. The overpass was played by the first contact by Janelli. Christensen was saying that he didn't attack the ball, so it can't be considered a block touch on Janelli. So that should have been the first contact. Then he played it again, so it should have been maybe perhaps a double called against Italy.
But the big question is, what happened first? The block touch, or pardon me, the net touch, or the double contact?
I'm going to say the double contact. But we'll get back to it.
Where are you
We'll
from?
leave the referees, let them do their jobs, and we'll do ours. Yeah, goes aggressive. That's Shoji. Holt blocked, and they can't cover it. Just like that, we're tied at 22s again.
So Italy here has built some momentum. They've got I think they're making the United States uncomfortable. And when I talked to John Sparrow in that first game, he said they want to be put in uncomfortable positions. They want to know how they can react. But right now, that's where the Italians have put the Americans.
Italy up 2 points now, 23 serving 21. Great pass from Anderson. Russell on the pick, and that works nicely.
Really nice back row attack here. You see him coming in and cutting it back to position 1. I actually don't think that Romano was expecting that.
It was a well-formed block. Russell found a way around it. Let's see what DeFalco can do here. Good aggressive serve. Romano goes into the front row, and it'll be a free ball. Chance for the Americans to level it. Russell gets it done from the left side. Scoring to area 6 that time.
Nice bounce back here from the United States. Here we go. Look at that. One block because the set is pushed so far out. That's a really good spread. Galassi cannot close.
So we are tied once again, now at 23 all. Big serve, nearly into the rafters. Nicoletto on the high ball, good deflection. DeFalco steps into set Anderson against the Italian triple block. It's dug up. What a play there to cover it. And Italy scores the point.
27-year-old Nicoletto finishing it off. And you know what? Italy deserved this rally. They stayed with it. There were some good digs on that American squad, but nice high set, and they weather the storm. And now Italy has set point.
Italy with set point. They make a serving substitution. Riccardo Spertoli coming in to serve for Galassi. His first action in this opening set comes at set point. The jump serve at Russell. DeFalco on the big attack, and he misses long. We're going to see a challenge come in from the Americans, though.
I think this is too little too late. I think it's just kind of a desperation thing as the Italians are basically walking off of the court ready to say they've won the set.
So we'll go to the video challenge booth to get a look at this. I like the gamble, though, a little bit of a roll of the dice to see if there was a touch by the Italian blockers.
No block touch is the call. So,
misses the hand.
and I honestly think this is an interesting way for the United States to end this set because they had 8 attack errors just to 4 for Italy, and a lot of them from TJ DeFalco. You know, they weren't in sync. They weren't as crisp as they were against Argentina.
Well, they knew that they were going to get pressured by the Italians. But you're right, not the start the Americans were probably hoping for. It was a little, let's just say, unpolished on both sides.
For sure. But you know what? The Italians, they put the Americans in some of those positions. They had some great digs. They kind of just stayed with it and also put a lot of pressure on their attacking. And I felt like when the Americans sometimes got a dig, they just couldn't get a nice set out of it, or they couldn't get a good transition.
Do the same. So to start set number 2, it'll be Max Holt at the inline. Former Penn State Nittany Lion with the jump serve. And Romano one-on-one against Russell, wins on the block out.
Russell knows how close he was to getting this, but it is going to be Romano. Really, really great attack there. Cross-court angle, he was going for hands.
Romano was a little shaky in their match last night against France. Actually didn't finish it out. Bovalente came in for him, but so far much better from him in this match. Good block and cover. Second chance now for the Americans. That tip over the block easily picked up. Kept alive, sent over from Shoji. Italians want 4 touches, but the swing from Michieletto finds the block.
Yeah, and here's the thing. So Matt Anderson, I think he was the one who might have gotten the block touch. He's kind of waving his hand after saying, okay, whatever, just go away, you know? Because I think there's a bit of trash talk happening. Nice up, though. I know the Americans didn't make the last World Cup, but hey, they're soccer players.
Here's Galassi. Led all scorers after that opening set. Blocked and covered by Jendrick. Gets it right back, though, and Galassi gets a dig, and now a net violation against Italy.
Another net violation. It's been at pretty crucial points, and look at Jendrick here. I don't know if we're going to get a replay. Yes, we are. Look how open he is. He just soars. He gets some hang time, and he's always got his shoulders wide open to Christensen, ready to attack at any angle.
Nice big window for his setter to find. Anderson goes aggressive at that serve. And Michieletto goes cross court and misses wide.
Couple misses here from Italy. Again, remember, they won the first set. They really pushed the Americans. The Americans, though, have come out with some nice focus, good mental fortitude in the second set.
Tied up at 2s here. Very early action in set 2. Big serve, though, right at Michieletto. Russo misconnects. It goes long. And there's no touch on the block.
For a second, I thought it might have gotten almost like the numbers on DeFalco's jersey. Just that tick, because he had to really get out of the way.
So Anderson on a nice service run here. This time goes over to area 1. What a pass from Balasso, and Russo gets it right back for the point, though.
Nice side out here from Italy. They needed to get something going here. Fantastic middle attack against 2 blockers. Challenges Jendrick and finds a way.
Well, Ginelli going right back to Russo, too, after the error on the previous attack. Kind of reestablishing that confidence and connection. Oh, Anderson missing from the right side. A great pass from the Americans, but just not able to capitalize that time.
Yeah, I don't think he got the snap he wanted. I think he was maybe he was going for hands, but Matt Anderson has the ability to have a really sharp angle in that one. He just didn't connect the way he wanted to.
Attack error number 9 for the United States. Giannelli sends that serve long. Tied up at 4s now. Russell aggressive again to area 1. Giannelli against the flow to Romano, and he's stopped at the net.
This is a wall from the Americans. Check out DeFalco and Jendrick right in the middle. They absolutely key on Romano, and there was nowhere for him to go.
Giannelli going against the flow, sending it all the way back. The Americans were prepared for it. Got shoulder to shoulder and got the block point. Now they're up by 1. A chance for Russell at the end line. Shoji's there, stepping into the angle. And DeFalco against the triple block, well off the net, finds a way through.
Yeah, rips it cross court. I love this angle here because the set, it's off the net. DeFalco sees that triple block, and that's really the best place to challenge it. And in that case, Lavia is way sucked in. He needs to get more perimeter on defense.
Great counterattack that time by the Americans as Russell goes back to serve again. Lavia gets a nice swing on that ball, scores the point.
Yeah, that one, I want to see how much line he had because he definitely chose, he's got like 4 feet worth of line, and Matt Anderson can't handle the heat.
Lavia was actually a back row player in that side out, the formation, that attack for the point as Michieletto will serve. Lavia rotates into the front row. Here's DeFalco again, against 3. This time Italy gets the block point.
Here, check out this replay. Way off the net. Again, I think DeFalco was trying to go for not the same angle because it would have been sharper, but he didn't have much because the set's inside the court. It's really hard for him to cut it back hard line, so he's just trying to go off hands.
Tied at 6s. Serve from Michieletto, nice running set. DeFalco goes into the block. The push, and that's how he will score the point.
I like how he changes it up. It's a very similar set and situation as the last one. He's facing the triple block, but this time he's like, I'm gonna force it right into the block at Romano, and this one works out.
Now, TJ doing some solid navigation against the triple block. It's been in some tough situations so far in this set. Daniele Lavia from the left side hits it out.
I think somebody was wondering if there might have been a net touch. Yeah, Lavia thinks that somebody on the American squad might have had his jersey touch the net, but doesn't look like they're going to get the call. Here's a replay. Christensen, he's tight. Is it his jersey that touches it on the way down? Nah, the Italians were seeing ghosts.
Here's Jendrick. Oh, the trickler ace for Jeff Jendrick.
Nice ace here for Jeffrey Jendrick as that forces the Italians to call a timeout.
Ragazzi, dai che siamo all'inizio, rimaniamo attaccati. Però ragazzi dobbiamo migliorare un po' la nostra qualità perché su 8 punti se noi gliene diamo ogni volta 4-5 diretti poi stiamo sempre a rincorrere. Partiamo con un pochino più di attenzione, anche sulle palle alte, quando ce l'abbiamo buone chiaramente cerchiamo i nostri colpi, se no non è vita o morte, giochiamo contro il muro e andiamo. Dai che siamo attaccati raga, animo!
Pretty much the theme of this match has been runs of points by both sides, back and forth. Whoever gives up 3 points, they call a timeout, they come back, get the side out. Let's see if it stays kind of with that tradition here through set number 2 as we see some live stats for Jendrick. Coming off the service ace this time. The serve finds the net.
Unfortunate miss after a timeout like that, after you put some good points on the board. You know, the Americans, they're not going to be happy with the end of set 1. And they've had a nice response here, but they got to keep their foot on the gas pedal, keep pressuring the Italians.
Russo spins that one at Russell. Holt dents the floor with that wrist away swing.
Yeah, sure did dent it. Man, this one had power. And we haven't seen Holt get involved for a while. It's been mostly Jendrick in the front row. Christensen, though, pushing that set out a little bit more, and I love that cutback. Kind of catches the Italian defense by surprise.
Christensen goes off the tape. Here's Romano. Good deflection. Shoji with the save. Now TJ against the triple block. He finds the corner in area 1 to score.
So awesome. And I'm watching Christensen, who's really happy with how they attack that ball. Because here, they get the dig, but Christensen's got to move. It's so awesome from Shoji. What an up. And the thing is, triple block, and this is the craftiness that we're talking about from DeFalco. The ability to see that down the line, it's open. He goes over top of the block, takes some speed off. Great kill.
Changes being made by the Italians. Alessandro Bovalenta on to replace Yuri Romano. Oh, and the roll shot works that time for the side out.
Well, in this case, I think Lavia said, okay, DeFalco, I see the tricks you're pulling out. Well, I want to counter you. Sometimes, you know, you do watch the other players in a game and you want to match their cadence in a way. So I think it's a very smart play.
Lavia showing he's got some shots as well. The reigning world champion and reigning Champions League winner as well with Trentino just this last season. Bovalenta's first serve doesn't clear the net. Bovalenta's been the go-to backup opposite for Italy so far in this year's VNL. He scored 3 points, but only played in sets 4 and 5 last night against France. Galassi dug up. The deflection at the block for Italy. Bovalenta. It's gone out of bounds.
Yeah, and Italy, they were praying it was in. They think it was in, but it's just out.
So Bovalenta gets thrown into the match, misses on his first serve, and then misses on his first attack. And the Americans are up by 5. Big serve from DeFalco. Giannelli has to run around the pole. He rolls it over, and it pays off. Italy takes the point.
Great roll shot. And here's the thing, Shoji, he just happens to be everywhere. In the last rally, he had some big digs. Here he is once again saving it. He's reading this so well. I mean, I wish that dig could be a bit higher, but right now, I think Shoji is just keeping his team in this, willing them to make sure, okay, you guys, we got this.
9 serving 13 for Lavia. Goes short. Holt tips it over, but played by Galassi. Triple block against Michieletto. Gets the recycle. Another chance. Dug by Russell. What a set from Christensen, but he just misses, does Russell from the left side.
And his attack angle and approach were so sharp that he couldn't keep his footing. He collapses into the ref stand, and we're going to take another look at it. Oh, what a cutback. I mean, he just misses this, though.
A lot of long rallies in this match so far. Both teams putting out maximum effort. Italy chipping away. Deficit is 3. Big serve. The Americans send it over. There's a chance for Giannelli to swing, and he hits the sharp angle to win the point.
You know, I think Giannelli could be an attacker, because the way he swings sometimes, I love that he gets the ball back. And look how sharp this angle is. And it's got speed too. Matt Anderson, it's on the right side of him, and Matt Anderson's standing on the other side of the attack line.
Javi, do a review on the opposite.
Let's listen in to Team USA's timeout.
Well, first of all, no move the block. Stop. We play close, enough. Leave one ball every time. Leave one ball to Eddie. Leave one ball only. We stop before. High ball. We play close every time. Position 2 help every time. 2 tips and roll. Okay?
Come on, boys. 1, 2, 3.
You're hearing the coach there of USA assistant Javier Weber, Argentinian-born Olympian volleyball player, actually competed against Ferdinand DeGiorgi during their professional career. Had a nice chat with him. He'll be going to coach in Japan this coming club season.
I love when there's these relationships between players. I mean, last night, DiGiorgio, he's Italian, and then Andrea Gianni, the head coach of France, he's Italian. They have some kind of history. I know they didn't play against each other, but still.
Back to action. Via goes it to Falco. Well out of system. Shoji deep in the court. Sets up Anderson, kept alive. Chance for Michieletto. And he goes off the court, and it's now 4 straight points for the Italians.
And they're really using the block here. In this case, just going off of the edge, the right hand for Matt Anderson. So all he can do is just look over his shoulder and hope somebody on defense gets it up.
So the deficit is 1 for Lavia. Goes again at DeFalco. This is a better pass. Anderson gets it through and down on Italy's side.
Now, at the end of that timeout, you saw John Sperot actually pull aside Anderson and Christensen, and clearly the message was received because this is a just drill from Matt Anderson cross court, and that relationship, something worked out because that was a one-on-one opportunity for Anderson.
Team captain and opposite hitter, obviously key components here. There's a big serve from Holt. What a set from Giannelli overhead to Bovalenta, who scores.
Yeah, Bovalenta is one of the people that Feifei is really excited about his future on the team. I mean, he's getting in, he's making big marks, but he's just 20 years old. Another one is Luca Porro, also 20-year-old outside hitter. I know he's pumped about the future of this Italian squad. There's a generation of players coming up.
Both of those players got significant time in Rio de Janeiro in that win over Brazil. But Russell answers the call and comes right back to score the side out.
Yeah, and speaking of Russell, 2 days ago was his birthday. I think he turned 32 years old, but nice shot there down the line. He's a veteran. He's actually first right now on the USA coming into this with 13 points.
Anderson, strong serve, but passed well. Violetto into the block, self-covers it. Bovalenta is stopped that time. Triple block for the Americans.
Yeah, the Americans have really tightened things up here after they let the beginning of that first set go. And oh, what a solid block. And I think Chochi was the most excited about that with that jump in the back.
Shoulder to shoulder, nowhere for Bovalenta to go. And the lead is back to 3 now. High toss from Matt Anderson. And it's a winner. Finds the seam for the service ace.
Exceptionally well-placed serve. This is right between 2 passers. This is a great ace, and we're going to see a timeout now called. Here's the replay. Look at that. They think it's going out, but then there's also this look of confusion between the two. There needs to be better conversations, and it needs to be led by Balazzo, the libero.
Mettetevi d'accordo, se dovesse arrivare di nuovo lì, Oh, raga, siamo attaccati, lo sapete che riprendiamo come abbiamo fatto. Bovo, se ti trovi molto scomodo, punta sempre in alto. Con quella forza, ma punta in alto perché i rimbalzi sono più lunghi come situazione. Ragazzi, adesso, quello che ci siamo detti.
A lot of nicknames on this Italian squad. Bovo, speaking from his coach to Bovalente.
So as they're coming back onto the court, though, Balazzo having conversations. And he's the quarterback of this serve receive for Italy. That's what the libero does. They're determining who has what seams. They're just constantly communicating about what kind of serve to expect. Now, I'm expecting that Matt Anderson is probably going to go back kind of to that middle seam, maybe challenge Balazzo again.
Only the United States' second service ace in the match. Anderson has 4 points total so far. Big serve. It's over. Christensen takes it. Chance for Russell. And he's blocked. Bit of a missed opportunity that time by the Americans.
Yeah, this was, I think, a ball that he could recycle, and I actually think he was aiming for the block so that it could be a recycle. He sees the triple block. He's going nice and high. But the only player really covering is Matt Anderson, and he's not in the right position. Everybody else is just standing around watching the attack. You've got to stay low. Expect the ball to come back.
Chanelli getting that block point. Goes with his jump serve. Gets a dig off of Anderson. What a play. Now just a free ball coming from Michieletto. Tight set. Russell gets it past the block and down, and then a net violation called against Volleyball.
Yeah, sometimes I wish in volleyball you get 2 points because they get 1 point for the actual kill and 1 point for the net touch.
Well, if you've seen the Indian League, they do a 2-point serve that you can watch on VBTV during the India Prime League season. There's an overpass. Chance for the American side now. TJ with a sharp angle, but misses it wide.
Yeah, this one might have been trying to be too cute. He had a lot of cross-court angle to work with. I don't know if he needed to hit it that sharp to get the point. I think he could have just taken a little bit off of it, but right now he's trying to get something going. See, look at that. He's got a lot of court to work with.
Hitting error number 6 for TJ as Michieletto serves at Russell. Their high ball set against the triple block. This time TJ goes hard off the block and out through the inline.
That was his plan. The way he hit that ball, he's kind of waiting till it's on its way down. He sees the block and he's truly going pounding it off and out, and that's a really fantastic play.
TJ smartly aims at that third blocker coming across and going hard off the hands. 19-15 for Micah Ma'a, who just came in. Service error number 3 for the Americans after that one. To 6 errors for the Italians so far. Anderson one-on-one crushes that one down the line. Off of Russo and up into the bench.
Yeah, he is trying to get his team going. And look at this, another communication moment with him and Christensen. But this is a fantastic set. One blocker, all that court to work with. Matt Anderson had the choice of going cross or line and makes no mistake.
See if Christensen continues to use his opposite hitter. Good serve in this time. Galassi finds a way off the hands to score. That's his 8th point of the match.
8th point, but he had so many of them in that first set. He's actually been pretty quiet here in the second set, especially given that we're at 2017. So I think for Italy, if they want to get back into this, give him the ball more. That would be my coaching strategy.
Volleyball missed his first serve. This time catches the cable. Good ball in from Shoji. Russell on the big attack. Hammers that one off of Balasso.
Oh, solid back row attack here. Or pardon me. Yes, it was. I actually, for a second, I'm like, wait, was I messed up? Because it was just, he floated so far from the backcourt into the front row. He's got hang time.
Good insistent play that time from the Americans. DeFalco misses that serve. Long.
So after game 1, when they swept Argentina, the United States, it was Aaron Russell and TJ DeFalco that were tied for 13 points each. So far in this game, I feel like DeFalco hasn't totally found his rhythm. He's kind of on and then he's off.
Serve down the line. Shoji on the run, and he runs out of real estate, so it'll be a service ace for Italy.
And And I realize DeFalco is still leading all players right now with 8 points, 6 of them attack, but to me, there's an opportunity for him. He could be at like 13 right now.
Serving 21 as we reach the business end of set 2. Good pass this time from Russell, and Holt up in the air, flying, hammers that one wrist away.
Oh man, best middle blocker at Volleyball Nations League a couple years ago, and he's reminding the and he was going after it. I think he's really just trying to put a lot of pressure on the Italian serve receive right now.
Service errors creeping in for the Americans. Can Italy capitalize on it? Spertoli is in for Galassi to serve, but they're still down by 2. Pass from Shoji, one-on-one, Anderson, and he misses that one long.
And this is an unfortunate miss for Anderson because he just had 1 blocker. When you see the replay, if we get one, you're going to see that there was a lot of court for him to work on. Christensen, great set. And you even see Michele like spreading his arms. And so the fact that he misses that, that's not a great error.
We'll get these connections as long as our heads are up. We're going on to the next point, okay? Let's make sure we're good here. Those are good swings, good choices. Okay, let's see this ball early, get a good pass, get it up there, we're going, okay?
The line is open, every time open, the line is open in perfect and plus.
That's what we do.
Let's go, boys. 1, 2, 3. USA.
All right, there we go.
John Spur always very calm with his team. Get some refocus, make one play, make one good pass. Said making good choices. Let's just execute a little bit better as we close out set 2 here.
Yeah, and the biggest mistake a coach can make is remind players about how close you are to the end of the set, because it's just about 1 point at a time, one side out. Don't think about where you're at. I mean, for all you know, it could be just like 1-0 in this set, you know?
Here's Spertoli. His second serve goes into the net after the timeout.
That's a big miss for Italy. You had a chance to tie it up, and now you've got a 2-point deficit at a very crucial juncture in this second set.
So Galassi replaces Spertoli, the backup setter, turned serving specialist. Goes back to the bench, and it's Matt Anderson. He's got a service ace in this set earlier. Takes a little off this one, goes to Michieletto. Good deflection, but the Americans can't find it.
That's a tough one, because that's a great touch from Jeffrey Jendrick. It just kind of gets lost. Sometimes you're like, wait, is it going up, is it go down? And Christensen just recognizes a bit too late where it was.
.22 serving 23 for Ginelli. Russell. Christensen back to Russell on the left side. This shot finds the tape, gets dug. Chance for Michieletto. And that ball is in for the point, and we are tied.
What an amazing set out to Michieletto, because you recognize he's a lefty. Where he's hitting, only he could have that angle. Had he been a righty, he might not have had the vision on that court.
You saw the touch on the block there. More adjustments now being made. Thomas Jeske comes in for the Americans. He replaces Aaron Russell at left front. Right into service reception for him. Does Ginelli go to him? Pass by DeFalco. Jeske gets dug. Michieletto sets it into the block. What a recycle there. Volleyball was well under that one. Chance for the Americans. Anderson. He scores on the cross-court winner.
And the Americans with a great confidence booster of a rally, some nice digs. I mean, on both sides of the court, and look at it, Christensen again to Anderson. He finds that same cross-court and gives them set point.
Aaron Russell back into the game now. He's serving. Jeske was in for just 1 point. First set point chance for the Americans. Lavia from the back row, and it works again against the triple block.
Woo! Matt, this game is spicy. I love how Italy is pushing. Italy wants to take this one. They are not giving up, and they are just tooling the block. Both of these teams, this is a chess match right now.
TJ DeFalco got knocked down after that block, a little slow to get up. Gathers himself, and we're tied at 24s for Michieletto. The southpaw, 6'10", jump serves it. Anderson gets an overpass. Lavia, what a deflection by Christensen. Chaos ensues. Jendrik gets dug. Lavia, second chance to tip over the net, works.
Wow, Italy. Okay, it starts with an incredible serve from Michieletto, and then there's miscommunication. You see Eric Shoji, this not on this play, but earlier, a miscommunication with DeFalco and Shoji actually left the court after the rally to just kind of have a reset moment, and now Italy is in control.
Their first lead since 2-0 in the set comes at 25, serving 24. Big serve from Michieletto. Anderson goes high ball to TJ. Sets it over and it's dug. Lavia from the left side. That set over finds the open court, and the Americans are left looking at each other while the Italians go up 2-0.
What a second set comeback from Italy.
Can I get tape from my
There was a lot of
camera
times when they could just said, okay, whatever, we're gonna pack it in, let's refocus on set 3. They did not give up. To me, that's a huge experience builder for the Italians to be down at this crucial juncture. They put so much pressure on their serves. They had great digs, but more importantly, they made it really uncomfortable for the Americans, who weren't sure how to defend some of those tips and some of those two-handed sets over the net.
Here's a look at the final play. Against the triple block, the set over into the open court. Anderson is expecting a teammate to be there to cover this shot.
But here's the thing. On defense, everybody needs to play defense. It can't just be one player. It can't just be the libero. And I think for part of this set, a lot of the Americans were thinking about hitting before they were thinking about playing defense. And that's what actually the American coach told me before the game. He said, this Italian crew, what they do is they're really, really smart out of system. They're intelligent. We need to remember that. We need to know that they're not going to go out there and make silly plays or just swing hard. So that's going to be something that's going to be interesting to see in the third set.
2 deuce games so far, 20 offense enough to cause some problems for the Italian block.
The goal here for the United States at VNL, of course they want to make the finals, but their goal is to establish their roles before the Olympics, because that is the most important part of the summer.
Anderson's with the first swing, blocked and covered, but Ginelli is there to attack the overpass.
Now it's going to be interesting how the Italian blockers decide to block Jeschke and Muegatutia, okay? You see 2 new hitters. Here they are taking away Matt Anderson's strongest angle. They see him going down the line, they block it. Ginelli goes back up, but how do you adjust to new players?
Christensen's a front row setter at the moment for USA. There's a service ace for Daniele Lavia.
And here's the thing, Italy has kept their foot on the gas pedal. The Americans not feeling comfortable in serve receive, and there's some miscommunication there between Jeschke and libero Eric Shoji.
Strong serve into that seam by Lavia. Let's see what he does this time. Spins it at Jeschke. Good pass. Bovalento with the save. But the set comes over. Chance for Jendrik. Blocked and covered. Garrett's second swing goes hard off the block and out of bounds.
And there's a nice little start here from Muegatutia. Coming into the game, he's a crafty player. You know, it's not a hard swing. It's just a smart swing. It's placed off of the hands, and that's what he's trying to do.
Muegatutia now at the inline. Going to be that spark that Team USA needs. Good pass from Lavia. And Galassi Once again through the middle, scores another point, his 9th of the match.
Little rebirth here from Galassi, getting him involved early, making the middle, in this case, Jendrik, have to key in on him. We saw a lot of Galassi in set 1, not so much in set 2, and I'm interested to see how much middle we see in set 3 from Italy.
Only 1 point in the second set for Galassi after 7 in the opening set. Good deflection. Counter attack from Volleyball. He's got a stutter step, gets dug, but it comes over. There's Micheletto, and he disposes that one over the block and down.
Solid attacking from all the Italian players. You mentioned Bovalenta. He kind of got so keen. He was approaching a little too quick, and then it's Micheletto. Great cross-court attack. Again, that left-handed outside hit is hard to block because you're always used to seeing a righty, and you have to adjust, constantly being aware that he's in the front row.
Yeah, it does change up the angles, and being 6'10" helps, of course. Galassi with another good serve down the line. Big attack, played up, sent back over. Americans want a double contact, not going to get the call. Nice deflection. Italy scrambling. Shoji diving and saving. Anderson is dug by Bovalenta. Another swing for Micheletto, covered. And Russo scores through the middle.
Wow. What a treat we are getting here in Ottawa. Some amazing defense from the Italians using their soccer skills. And I love how high these out-of-system sets were, giving the players a chance. And then when it's in system, Simone Gianelli goes so quick to his middle blocker. That tempo change really causing some issues for the United States.
Italy jumping out to a 4-point lead, now 5 serving 1. Nice in-tempo play.
Oh my gosh! I thought they were going to get another one off of their feet.
That ball nearly played up by the Italian volleyball team.
And I love Gianelli. He's got the big grin because he knows what's up. Oh, that one was off his knee. That's like a hacky sack play.
So the Americans scored their second point. 2 serving 5. Pass from Lavia, Russo through the middle, just not enough pressure on that serve, and Italy stays in system.
Yeah, Italy, very impressive start to set 3. And I think they just continued the momentum they built at the end of set 2, and they brought it in here. Again, you're seeing a lot of attackers already have gotten the ball, and besides that one Muagatutia kill, nothing from the Americans.
There's Simone Gianelli, his jump serve finds the net though for the error.
And I'm watching the Americans spending a little more time there in the huddle because right now it's kind of, it's a test. Okay, we're down here, we're down 2 sets. Can we get back into this? This is where they, you know, I think it can be a real good experience builder.
Well, and you gotta use your new guys that are on the court. Jeski and Magatutia, gotta give them a chance, see if they can be that spark that Team USA needs. Volleyball one-on-one, what a swing down the line, an absolute rocket sent at Shoji.
Yikes, it just got hot in here. That had some heat. This is a spicy attack down the line, not a lot of room. And Shoji's there, just can't handle it.
You can just kind of sense that Italy is playing with a lot of confidence here in the start of set number 3. That serve misses just long.
Now, I don't want to say this too early, but I do think that Italy was really ticked off at losing to France last night. It was their first loss in VNL. They were perfect in week 1, and it went to 5, and that memory is fresh. Sometimes you want to play really quickly after losing to a team.
Tight pass, and Gianelli's going to get called for an over violation. He's a back row setter. First official saying that he reached all the way over the net to make contact with that ball. No reason for the Italians to get caught up in conversation. They've got a good lead here. Jeski comes back with a service error.
Unfortunately, that's where the Americans had a chance to kind of just put some points on the board. You've kind of built a little bit of momentum against Italy, and then you give the serve away. There's some serves you got to make. That's one of them.
So the lead is 3 for Russo. Off speed, this time short. Scrambling for the Americans. It's a free ball. Pass from Volleyball. He gets it right back, and he goes through the block and down.
Man, the American serve receive here. I think it's the Italian serve that's putting so much pressure, but they're just giving up free balls, and Gianelli's making them pay. He's got Galassi in the middle. He's got a lot of options, and he goes to Volleyball. And the 20-year-old has just been solid, and you see that tattoo. Well, his dad, a famous volleyball player, it's the little lion cub from The Lion King representing father and son. How sweet.
Garrett swings aggressively that time from the left side. He scores the point. So a good response there from Team USA. Now can they build on it? That's the real question. High ball set to Lavia against the triple block. Good cover. He gets it right back against 2 this time. And goes off the block and out.
Anderson's so close to getting the stuff block on this one. He's up right, almost in the right position. It's Micheletto, or no, pardon me. It's Lavia up there that just goes off of the hands. I should be able to tell. Micheletto's the lefty. He stands out.
Court maintenance underway. Just getting some moisture off the floor before we resume play. Daniele Lavia now leading all scorers with 14 points on the match. As Volleyball with the jump serve finds the net. 10 service errors now for Italy in the match. Still a pretty good ratio. They've got 4 service points to go along with those errors. Now Anderson gives it right back.
You can tell Anderson was going after that, hoping to think, okay, if I can put some pressure on this serve receive, maybe we get some easy back, maybe we can start building some momentum.
Pass from Shoji, and Christensen calls his own number. Goes with a strong left hand on that setter attack.
We haven't seen that in a while. Christensen typically likes to dish it out to his players, but here keeps the Italian block honest, and they didn't respect him. Perfect placement.
Now, these Italian players should know Micah very well. He played for Modena in the Superliga just a few years back, as did Matt Anderson, teammates with Gianelli of Perugia. Oh, what a set, and what a finish from Italy.
You know you're good when you can set a ball by spiking it, okay? He dishes this out. I don't know if we're gonna get the Gianelli replay, but he didn't really have any other options, okay? With one hand, he couldn't get it out there, so he has to put some velocity on it, but wow.
Yeah, that was unique, very special indeed. Not something you see every day. He's a front row setter also, so he could have tried to go over on 2, but instead, I don't even know what you call that.
It's a spike set.
Spike set?
Yes, spike set.
Right, you've coined it, the spike set from Gianelli. Oh, back to back though. Christensen again with his own attack.
Well, to me, Christensen said, I'm taking this into my own hands. If they're not going to respect me, I'm going to keep putting it over. Because clearly the blockers are not expecting this. 2 times in a row he's done this. And Russo's just too late.
Still down by 3. Jendrik serving. Good ball in from Lavia, and he gets it right back. The big attack finds the inline.
So this has been the points are being exchanged a little bit more, Matt, okay? Like, I think that the United States are doing what they can to raise their level, chiefly at the hands of Christensen. Gianelli, though, backcourt and slams it down.
Now Kyle Ensing has come on for the United States in that opposite position, replacing Matt Anderson. Max Holt on the 31 gets it off the block.
Yeah, Max Holt, kind of one of the only OGs that started this match that's still in the game at middle. We've seen a lot more players being replaced, and he's so high up there, and he ticks it off of the blocker's hands and gets the point.
Speed serve from Christensen. Another good pass in. Russo deflected. Shoji's there. Jeski goes into the block and finds a way down.
So the Italians here need a side out. They've given a few points up to the Americans. And you know what? It hasn't been pretty by the Americans, but they're still finding a way to get the point.
Jeski just finished up a season in Japan where they lost in the finals. Get back to it. There's a set to Michieletto against the triple block, and he smartly goes off the Americans' block and out of play.
Yeah, it's a big block, and he's trying to use it. And that's exactly what he does. And it's Ensing, who you mentioned has just come into the game.
(14-11) now for Michieletto. Going short. Handled well, though. Ensing from the left side. It's deflected and dug. Villa against a triple block, and the Americans score the block point.
And this is a nice response from Ensing. He gets tooled the last play, and now it's a triple block, and he's really the one at the center of this that puts it away on the outside, closing it, that triple block, and there's no coverage on the Italian side.
Maybe that'll be the spark the Americans need here in set 3. Still down by 2, but the serve goes long.
Lots of miss serves here from the Americans total in this match. In fact, they have 7 misses, I believe. The Italians with 10. It feels like the Americans have had more misses.
Let's see what Russo can do now. Goes topspin on that serve. Great pass from Shoji. Ensing one-on-one is deflected. Kept alive. Michieletto gets dug. Tutia, open net is dug by Russo. Volleyball gets a tight set, and the Americans will take the point.
Yeah, Tutia, great job in his position, because with this tight set, you just have to have a really strong block up there. If you're up there with kind of what I call noodle arms, you can get tooled a lot, and I think that's maybe what Volleyball was hoping for, but Tutia, as you see, reaches over, denies him.
Garrett, very physical. The product of UCLA men's volleyball. Trickler, saved by Gianelli. Yeah, into the block, good deflection. Jeski waves off Holt. Chance for Ensing. Can't find it. Set into the block. And it's another block point for the Americans. Ensing and Jendrick were there.
Like, Jendrick has just been so solid on his block. He goes up there. He sees that they're going to try to use him, and he just stays solid. His arms are rock solid.
So the Italian team decides to call a timeout as the Americans put the pressure back on them.
Buona che ci stiamo creando le occasioni, però le 2 coperture le dobbiamo fare. Diamo assistenza quando arrivano con le situazioni. Poi, perché l'idea giusta è questa, di giocare col muro per rigiocare ancora, capito ragazzi? Ma dobbiamo fare questa cosa qui, Vai, come con la mentalità di prima, Punto. Sì.
Now, you like to hear the coach talk, but then instantly followed up by Gianelli, the captain there at the end of that timeout, with a couple of final words to his teammates.
And there's something so valuable about having leaders like that on the court who have seen a lot. He was one of the starters for Italy at the last Olympic Games. And guys respect that, because you want to hear the opinion of a player who's actually on the court, feeling what that energy like, seeing something maybe a bit different than the coach. And they don't have the opportunity to get as many words in that huddle after each point.
So it's 14 serving 15 for Max Holt. There's a Michieletto, great pass. Covered, chance for Michieletto from the back row. He gets a touch on the defender and he'll take the point for Italy.
Yeah, and Michieletto immediately apologizing to, I believe it was Jeschke, because I think the contact was actually with his face, and you never mean to hit somebody in the head.
Yeah, that looked like it was a shoulder, but...
Yeah, still apologizing, still saying, hey, no, I didn't intend to hit you there.
So an important side out for the Italians, back to a 2-point lead, 16-14 for Bovalenta. That was aggressive, nice pass, and Jendrik puts it away. Catches Bovalenta right in the special spot.
Oh, yeah. I just like to say a lot of balls didn't play on that point, hey? Anyways, this is a great attack from Jendrik. Just cross court to position one. Sacks him.
So it's Kyle Ensing, two-time national champion at Long Beach State, just finished up a season in France. He'll be going to Poland next season. Goes hard at Michieletto. High ball set to Lavia off the block. Ensing with the dig. Gets it right back. And the swing from Ensing goes wide.
So here are the Americans that have worked really hard to get back into this to make this a 2-point game. And the Italians are forcing them to, you know, make difficult shots, and they're missing.
That was a great opportunity and a pretty solid look for a break point on the American side. Instead, it goes to the Italians, and Lavia gives it right back with the service miss. Energy level has come up a little bit here in the arena. The Americans putting some pressure on the Italians. And it's a service ace that time.
Yes. Here's the thing. I actually think Balazzo, he got a bit of contact with this ball as it was going in. Oh, it was in. He tried to follow it, but I think they even touched it. He was trying to let it go out.
Only the third service point for the USA in this match. Tatia again at the inline. Spins it up Balazzo. Good ball in. Galassi deflected. Shoji runs it down. Jendrik blocked but covered. High ball to Jeschke against the triple block. Now Bovalenta. He goes hard off the American block and out.
Yeah, straight down, in fact. He had a great angle on this one, and you could see the Americans, they're playing a lot of defense, but Jeschke just can't quite get his shoulders over top and close that angle down enough. He's got to drop that left shoulder.
1-point lead for Italy. Galassi, the jump serve, it's Shoji. Overpassed. And Russo gets the bump set from Chanelli and he crushes it.
Wow. Elite. This is high level. So watch this, okay?
Yeah, they're feeling it. They're feeling it.
Bump set in immediate fashion.
We've come back and had a really nice set.
I love the recognition for Russo just to go up and
get
pound
right
it.
back, keep the energy up. On Bovalenta, when it's over here, when it's off and out of system, let's go ahead and do that. Let's get on it. Let's go get it, okay? We didn't do that earlier, let's do that again, okay? All right. Hey, a reminder, 114 here. Stepping left and 6. Okay? Oh, yeah.
High ball, guys. High ball. We need to reach more in the line. Strong in the line.
Let's go. 1, 2, 3. USA.
A lot of good information there from the coaching staff of USA. Matt Furbringer giving some advice to the middle blockers, too, at the end of it.
And a lot of these players on the American squad are fresh, and I mean that in so many senses of the word. They were training for 2 weeks in Anaheim before coming here. They didn't go to week 1, but also the guys who have been inserted onto the court, this is some of their first competition of this calendar year.
19-17 for Italy, and Galassi gets the trickler. It's now a 3-point lead.
gift. Some say, well, it was luck. Some will say that's complete skill. Look at that one. Fei is the most excited of anybody.
The way it came off the net just traveled farther away from Christensen as it found the court. 20 serving 17. Catches the cable again. But the big attack from Lagatatia with some heat on it.
Yeah, no block. Russo here, I think he got confused. I think he was maybe going to release or thought it might be coming from the middle, but this is a fantastic back row attack from the Americans. And you see that just right down the middle.
So Micah Ma'a will come in to serve in place of Jeffrey Jendrick. Goes with his jump serve. Balasso and Giannelli throwing it down with the left hand.
Yeah, I think he got jealous when Christensen was getting a couple of points that way, and he said, okay, well, I'm going to give it back to you. This one, a very aggressive setter dump. It's tight, and look at that, no block, perfect position.
Running along the net, Simone Giannelli, 6'7" setter, super physical, always wants to be involved in point scoring. Now his serve. Overpass taken by Russo, high ball to Michieletto. Kept alive. Chance for Ensing, that's set a little too low, he just pushes it over. Now for Bovalenta, and he finds a way through the block and into the court for the point.
Really nice defense here from the Italians. Feifei's going to be happy. He said he wanted to see improvement on defense. Giannelli gets the first dig, and then it's Bovalenta. Cross court there, a great set for Balazzo, nice outside.
So the Americans calling their second and final timeout.
Side out here, get a reel, okay? You can still side out, get a reel, side out, get a reel, put some pressure on him at the end of the set, okay? All right, get this thing in 3 meters if he whaps it. Well, there we go, head up, head up.
1, 2, 3. Go.
Well, Claire, you just kind of get the sense the Americans are a little dejected.
Yeah. And it started in that second set at the very end when they were leading and they gave it up, and then the third set didn't start the way you expected. And it's like they've never recaptured some of the energy that they were able to start this match with.
Well, the start of this third set saw Italy go out 5-1. And they've reestablished that 4-point advantage now at 22-18. Although the Americans have put up a good fight, they've just never been able to get level with the Italians in this third set.
Yeah, the Italians have raised their level entirely.
Back to it for Giannelli to serve. Aggressive at Jeski. That ball goes off him and up into the crowd. Service ace, Italy.
And that's where I think it's been created in this whole match, on the service line. Giannelli doing a great job here, going after Jeski, that front row attacker.
Italy now just 2 points away from sweeping the Americans. I don't think anybody expected that outcome. Still not done yet. Work to do. For Giannelli, and his serve goes off speed, and it's back-to-back service aces this time.
Wow, and this time the complete opposite direction. Usually if you ace somebody, you go after them, but I like this. Giannelli's like, okay, well, I've gone to the right, now I'm gonna go to the left.
After back-to-back aces, it's match point for Italy. It's aggressive at Shoji. Max Holt tips over. Balasso's there. The overset, though, for Michieletto. And Jeski goes off the block and down. So 1 match point saved by USA.
And here's the thing, it's not over, but there's a lot of chances for Italy, and that was a great position tip. Just out of reach of Balazzo.
Still 5 chances at match point. Italy just needs to side out. Christensen to serve. Overpass, and Holt slams it down.
A gift given to the Americans. for the most part, the serve receive for Italy has been pretty solid. Christensen puts the pressure on and Holt makes them pay.
Yeah, nothing to lose now for the United States. They've got to be aggressive from the inline. Match point number 3. Catches the tape. Russo passes it. Michieletto gets dug. The bump set from Christensen goes out of bounds, and that's how it ends. Italy rebounds after the loss to France. They come in and sweep the United States in 3 sets.
An awesome win by Italy. Again, they played less than 24 hours ago against France, and they lost a heartbreaker in 5 to the defense.
It's got to be at the net for a block touch.
Still analyzing, okay? Analyzing.
Yeah, I think they're right about the fact that there's no block touch on the net. But then the referee, would he not be explaining that to them?
No.
Well, a touch on another player in the back row is not a challengeable call that Argentina can do, because there's no cameras set up to see if a back row player touched the ball on the way out. So if the blockers of Argentina didn't touch this ball at the net,
it doesn't mean anything.
Doesn't mean anything.